If you're wondering how to get your podcast on all major streaming players, I'll show you how easy it is with Acast. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is obviously pick a name for your podcast show. Since I already have a podcast, it's called Sidewalk Talk. I'll show you how to upload a podcast episode. But for you, if you just signed up, you'll just hit new show and fill out the information. So as I click this, I will have the option to upload a new episode. As you can see, as you scroll down, these are the episodes that are already on the different major streaming players. So as I click new episode, I want to just explain something real quick so nothing gets confusing. If you have a WAV file, you're going to need to convert it to an MP3. All a WAV file is it's just a high quality audio file that's larger in size. Acast requires an MP3. If you're in a situation where you have a WAV file because you extracted it from a video, just go to Google and type in WAV to MP3 converter. Ton of different applications out there. From there, as you scroll down, you'll have the opportunity to upload your own cover. For us, over at Shovel the Sidewalk, we have a static image. Basically, that's just really good for branding and familiarity. Some people have a different image for each episode where they feature a different guest and they have, that image. From here, you're going to want to add the title of the show. I would recommend just picking a theme of what you and your guest had talked about. And for the subtitle, this is where I put the name of the guest and the company that they're with. You can add a link to the episode. So let's say there's like a product or service you want to promote, or even just their company website. You can add that link here. And then when it comes to season, it allows you to kind of better organize your show. You can do that by like the month or by quarter, yearly. For me, I just keep it on season 1 and just run the episodes up from there. I think we're on like episode 80 something. So I just keep it on season 1. And from here, you're just going to add a summary, just a little description as to what the podcast episode is about, so your listener can have an idea before they hit play. And if there's any swearing in the show, you're just obviously going to want to put yes. And if you wanted to get ahead and publish this at a later time while you're setting this all up, you could do that as well. And when you're done, you just hit publish now. I would say like within 24 hours is usually when your podcast will be on all of the players. There's been times where it's up in a couple of hours, but I just like the convenience of knowing that I take a single file, I write a little bit of information as to what the episode is about, and then I use the service to literally beam it to all of the players out there. Just to give you an idea of, their partners, I guess you could say. I know they have like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and a ton of different ones. But as we click this, you'll have a better visual as to like where this is distributed. So Amazon Music, Apple, Google Podcasts, Deezer. I mean, they have it. You name it, they have it. They even have like names that I've never even heard of. I've just like Googled a recent podcast episode, and it's on something I've never heard of. So I think that's really cool, knowing that it's being shared around the world. You obviously have your analytics to see how your podcast is doing, where your listeners are at. Just a really cool service. I think they make it really easy for podcasters. I think their customer service is awesome. I've only had Acast, so I'm just speaking from experience. If you're using a different aggregator, feel free to share your experience in the comments below. I'd love to know what else is out there. But just in terms of having a simple service that you pay yearly, there's different levels to that. I think we have like the second tier. There's value in knowing that your podcast is going to all these players, you have good customer service, and you can see some of the data behind it. So if you have any questions on how to get your podcast out there using Acast, feel free to reach out. I'd be happy to help.